The wind howled across the rugged cliffs of County Antrim, Ireland, mingling the salty tang of the Atlantic with the earthy scent of heather. In the small coastal town of Carnlough, nestled between green hills and crashing waves, a pigeon named Paddy hatched in a modest loft, a bird destined to etch his name into the annals of history. No one in this quiet corner of the world could have imagined that this unassuming pigeon would one day outfly hundreds of others to deliver a message that helped turn the tide of World War II. Paddy was a sleek blue-gray homing pigeon, bred by Andrew Hughes, a Carnlough farmer and pigeon racing enthusiast whose birds were renowned for their speed and stamina. With bright eyes and a powerful chest, Paddy stood out even among Hughes' prized flock. His natural instincts and relentless drive hinted at greatness from an early age. When World War II erupted, the British government issued an urgent call for civilians to donate their finest pigeons to the war effort. Pigeons were vital for communication when radio silence was necessary or equipment failed. A lesson learned from World War I, when they had saved countless lives. Hughes, proud of his champion bird, offered Paddy without hesitation. Paddy became one of over 250,000 pigeons deployed during the war, serving in the National Pigeon Service, NPS. A covert operation that transformed racing birds into military messengers. Sent to an RAF training facility in England, Paddy underwent rigorous preparation. Handlers taught him to navigate through storms, evade predators, and fly hundreds of miles under simulated combat conditions, dodging gunfire and enduring exhaustion. His speed and precision quickly earned him a reputation as a standout among the NPS elite flock. The NPS wasn't just a British effort. It was a global operation. Pigeons like Paddy worked alongside birds from the United States, Canada, and even occupied territories, where resistance fighters used them to smuggle messages past Nazi lines. Paddy's training included carrying tiny capsules, some holding microfilm or coded notes, strapped to his leg or back, preparing him for missions where a single flight could mean the difference between victory and defeat. On June 6, 1944, the fate of the world hung in the balance. Operation Overlord, the D-Day invasion of Normandy, unleashed the largest amphibious assault in history. Over 156,000 Allied troops stormed 5 beaches to break Hitler's Atlantic Wall and liberate Europe. But success was far from certain. Communication was the Allies' Achilles' heel. Radio silence was critical to prevent German interception, and Normandy's stormy weather, gale-force winds and thick fog, disrupted electronic signals. Telephone lines were non-existent on the chaotic beaches, and runners carrying messages risked death under heavy fire. The Allies needed a reliable way to send real-time updates from the front lines to commanders in England. Assigned to a paratrooper unit from the U.S. First Army, Paddy was entrusted with a mission of unparalleled importance. Before dawn, as landing craft rocked in the choppy channel, he was carefully loaded aboard with his handler. Once the troops hit the beach and secured a foothold, a coded message detailing the success of the initial landings and critical troop movements was written on rice paper, rolled into a tiny canister, and fastened to Paddy's leg. At 8:15 a.m., amid the roar of artillery and the cries of battle, Paddy was released over the blood-soaked sands of Normandy. The journey ahead was a gauntlet of peril. Paddy faced a 230-mile flight across the English Channel, navigating turbulent skies filled with dangers. German snipers trained hawks and falcons to hunt Allied pigeons, a tactic that downed thousands of birds during the war. Anti-aircraft shells exploded nearby, sending shockwaves through the air. Rain lashed his feathers, and dense clouds threatened to disorient him. Cutting through the storm, he dodged predators and soared over warships dotting the channel. His instincts, honed by years of racing and months of military training, guided him unerringly toward his loft. Homing pigeons like Paddy relied on an extraordinary sense of direction, possibly using the Earth's magnetic field, the position of the sun, and memorized landmarks, a feat scientists still struggle to fully understand. Paddy landed at his military loft in Havant, Hampshire, England, at 1:05 p.m., just 4 hours and 50 minutes after his release. His flight shattered records, making him the fastest of the 30 pigeons dispatched from Normandy that day. The message he carried confirmed the Allies' foothold and provided vital intelligence, enabling commanders to coordinate reinforcements and adjust strategies in real time. Paddy wasn't alone in his heroism. Other pigeons like Gustav and the Mocker also flew critical D-Day messages, but Paddy's speed set him apart. His flight was a testament to the NPS success. During the war, pigeons delivered 95% of their messages successfully, often outperforming human couriers and early radio technology. Paddy's extraordinary courage did not go unnoticed. In September 1944, he was awarded the Dickon Medal, the animal equivalent of the Victoria Cross, by the People's Dispensary for Sick Animals, PDSA. Established in 1917 by Maria Dickon to honor animals in wartime, the medal recognized creatures who displayed conspicuous gallantry under fire. For the best recorded time with a message from the Normandy operations, while serving with the RAF in June 1944. He became the only Irish pigeon, and one of just 32 pigeons among 73 total animal recipients, to receive the prestigious award. His ceremony, held in London, drew attention to the unsung role of animals in the war, from dogs sniffing out bombs to horses hauling supplies. With the war's end in 1945, Paddy returned to Carnlough, his wartime duties complete. Andrew Hughes welcomed his champion home, and Paddy settled back into the familiar loft overlooking the Irish Sea. Locals say he often cooed proudly, as if recounting his daring flight to younger pigeons. Paddy lived quietly, enjoying the peace he'd helped secure, until his death in 1954 at age 11, a remarkable lifespan for a pigeon. His passing marked the end of an era, but his story endured in the hearts of Carnlough's residents. Paddy's heroism inspired generations. In 2004, to mark the 60th anniversary of D-Day, Carnlough unveiled a bronze plaque near the harbour, just steps from where Paddy was born. The memorial, funded by local donations and veterans groups, features a likeness of Paddy in flight, his wings spread against the wind. It reads, "To Paddy, the Irish pigeon whose speed and bravery helped win the war." Paddy's legacy also lives on in modern pigeon racing, a sport that thrives in Ireland and beyond. His flight remains a benchmark for breeders, a reminder that even the smallest creatures can achieve greatness. So, the next time you see a pigeon dart through the sky or hear the soft flutter of wings, pause to remember Paddy, the Irish bird with the fastest wings on D-Day, who carried the hopes of a free world on his feathers. Thank you for diving into the incredible true story of Paddy, the Irish war pigeon who helped change history. For more tales of extraordinary animals who shaped the world, like, share, and subscribe to Heroic Tales and Wings.